AutoCAD has a tool in it that will record what you do, it will save that recording, and it will allow you to play it back again, recreating exactly what you did. Now, there's a lot of potential in this tool, but yet it can be difficult to find a way to apply it. A lot of people, in fact, don't use it because they find it difficult to say, well, when do I need it? When will it actually help me? Well, this tool is called the Action Recorder, and when they do find a use for it, it's fantastic. It's very easy to create, and it's very easy to edit. A lot of people will write in .NET, the computer language, or they'll write in AutoLisp, Lisp routines, script files, things like that to help automate the drafting process. And to be honest, Lisp routines, .NET, things like that are much more powerful than this Action Recorder. That's what it's called. You have to know how to program in those languages, though, to be able to use that. So if you don't, you may find the Action Recorder useful. The Action Recorder will record your actions and save them in a file that you can play later. You can also share that file with others so they can play it back too. So these action macros, as they're called, can be completely automated or they can ask you for user input. So let's create a very simple action macro and we'll replay it. So what you need to do is go to the Manage tab on the ribbon and come here to the Action Recorder. Now, if you have an action macro, it'll show up right here. You just select it, press play, and that will play it. Well, we have to have one first. So let's click record. What we're going to do is draw a polygon. Draw a polygon to start that command. And this is going to be a hex head bolt. So we're going to give it 6 sides for the polygon. Press enter, pick a point, inscribe in a circle. I'm going to give a radius of 1, and that's it. So now I press stop. I'm going to call this hex head bolt. Now you can't put any spaces in your name of this file here, so you have to keep that in mind. So this is the file name. This is the folder path where it's saved, and you can even keep a description in here if you'd like. Now, sometimes when you enter and finish your action macro recording, a window will pop up and says, hey, you're done doing this. Okay, I've turned that off because it just annoys me. It keeps popping up all the time, so I've turned that off. But as you can see here, we have this nice little bolt here that's been drawn. I'm going to erase it. Now to redraw it, I just select hex head bolt and press play, and it's drawn. I press play again, it draws another, and another, and another, and another. Well, I now have a whole bunch of these in here. You can see it's drawn it in 6 times. So that's one of the problems or the difficulties of using the Action Recorder is that it does exactly what you did before. So if you draw something at a certain location, it's always going to go to that location. But if you open up the action tree, you can make some changes. So instead of this point right here, I can select it and I can edit the point, put in different coordinates if I want, or I can just right click and say pause for user input. Now when I press play, it asks me where I want to put it. Press play again, I can put it here, here, and so on. So that's the basics of the application of the Action Recorder and other action macros. So record something that you do. You can go back and edit it, and we'll talk about editing a little bit later on. And you can use it to redo something the same way all the time.